Alright folks, how's it going? Welcome to another video. This is going to be my top 20 least favourite PlayStation 2 games. And yeah, again, no sports titles. A few racing games, but I don't classify racing games as sports titles. You know, I always classify racing games, you know, as a genre of their own. But anyway, here we go. There's actually a few games in here that a lot of people might not like, so there's a couple of them. But anyway, we'll just get straight to it. We've got Devil May Cry 2. I tried to get this out of the West, but it just sneaked on there. I'm just not a fan of Devil May Cry 2. Love Devil May Cry 1, love Devil May Cry 3. But Devil May Cry 2, I don't know. I liked how they introduced you could play as two different characters, Dante or Lucia, but the gameplay was so boring. It just wasn't really that good. The character of Dante as well, it just really wasn't good. He lost his cocky attitude, you know, his funny character. He was too serious, and you know, I just didn't really like the character of Dante in this game. And like I said, I just didn't like the gameplay that much either. It was just a bit boring. So yeah, Devil May Cry 2. Next we have Lara Croft Tomb Raider: The Angel of Darkness. Wow. I actually bought this. I heard a lot of criticism about the game. I thought, come on, it can't be that bad, surely. It is bloody awful. It really is. I could only survive 20 minutes until I turned this game off. It just felt so, I don't know, the character of Lara Croft, the movement, you know, when you control her, it just feels weird. It just doesn't feel right at all, guys. It's just terrible. I've not given it a chance. And it's just nothing that's screaming out at me to give it a shot, you know, because it just feels so bloody crap. So, yeah, Tomb Raider, Angel of Darkness, no thank you. Next, we have another Capcom game. We have Chaos Legion. It's a hack and slash game where you're in arenas, you have to, like, kill all the enemies in that arena so you can move on to the next arena. And, yeah, it's boring. I think it's a boring game. It's actually really frustrating as well later in the game. It can get really difficult. But for me, I just didn't think the game was enjoyable enough, you know, to continue with it, unfortunately. So yeah, Chaos Legion, not a fan of it at all, really. Next we have yet another Capcom game, and it is Monster Hunter, which is a game I really wanted to get into. I think it's actually a popular series on PSP, I think. I don't know about if this game is popular. This game goes for about £6 or £7 I think on eBay. You don't really see it in the shops and that much. Well, at least I didn't see much in the shops back in the day. But yeah, Monster Hunter. I thought it was going to be like a survival horror game, being Capcom. It's not really survival horror. It's like, I don't know what it's kind of. It's a game you have to like go and do quests. You have to like find certain items in the wild. Kill certain enemies and stuff, and then return to collect your reward and stuff, which you can buy like different weapons and stuff with your money that you get and stuff. I don't know, I just couldn't really get into it. I've not played it for years, mind guys. I don't know whether it's just the fact that I just was upset that it wasn't a survival horror game. Maybe that's what put me off the game, and it's maybe not really that bad a game. But I really need to give it another shot probably. But yeah, I'm putting it in my top 20 least favourite. Next we have our movie title. We have Van Helsing, which it felt a little bit like Devil May Cry, but obviously with like vampires and werewolves and stuff. And I got really far into the game, and I don't remember what happened, but I got really stuck in the game, and I didn't get any further. So I didn't end up completing the game, and yeah, it was mediocre. You know, it was Devil May Cry. I liked it somewhat, but yeah, it was mediocre. Van Helsing. Oh no. Next we have Ultimate Mind Games. Oh my god, this game plays games with your mind. It makes you bored. It does that. It puts you to sleep. So yeah, if you want a game that'll help you sleep better and make you feel tired, play some Ultimate Mind Games. You know, it's just your usual mind games, chess, drafts. Connect 4, but I'm sure the computer cheats. So yeah, it's crap. I wouldn't buy it if I were you. Next we have The Matrix Path of Neo. What a frustrating game this is. Really bad. I don't like it, guys. Really don't like this game at all. It started off decent, but it just, some parts in the game are really frustrating. They really are. The gameplay is repetitive as old hell. I've almost completed the game, because I'm actually doing a let's play for this on my Gamers Zone 5000 channel, which I've almost completed, and I'm just not enjoying the game. So Matrix Path and Neo, not recommended either. Next we have Micro Machines. Now this was a disappointment. I did love Micro Machines on the Sega Mega Drive, loved it on the PS1. This game, as you can see, it's a bit cartoony, and yeah, it's not for me, I'm afraid. Not really for me at all. There is a Micro Machines game on the PS2 which was made by Codemasters, which I think came out before this, which was the game I should have bought. Not this game. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of that at all, guys. And it's quite challenging as well. We have another racing game now, guys. We have Crescent Suzuki Racing, which is the motorbike racing, and super bikes and super sidecars. It's boring. It's another Midas game, just like that other. Oh god, yeah, just like this game. Yeah, it's yeah, Midas. It's a budget kind of company, you know, budget titles. Yeah, crap. Don't like it, guys. Don't like it at all. Now here's a game that people will, I don't know, they might not like me for this actually. It's a bit weird. Yep. It's Ico. Now guys, before you start throwing your plates at your laptop or your computer screen, it's just not my kind of game, because I just didn't really know what I was doing with the game. It's just not clear what you're supposed to do, where you're supposed to go. I've only played this for half an hour, so I'm only judging this by my first half an hour playing the game, my first impression. And for a first impression, I didn't like it. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Yeah, I know it's a popular game. A lot of people love this game to death. A lot of people put it in like one of their favourite games of all time. You know, I've heard people say it's one of their favourite games of all time, but for me, it's yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. Next, it's kind of pains me to say this actually, but it's Sonic Heroes. Yeah. This game's unfair. This game is unfair as hell. You can actually go through platforms and stuff, and you know, the game's just full of cheap deaths. It's full of cheap deaths, and I've only completed the game with one team, and that would have to be the most annoying team in the entire game. Let's see if I don't think I can get this from camera. But these little idiots right here, look. Team Rose. You've got Amy the Hedgehog, you've got Cream the Rabbit, and you've got Big the Cat. Such annoying characters. Oh my god. You know, Sonic games for me, Sonic games should be, you know, a single character. You know, play as Sonic, play as Tails, play as Knuckles. I just don't like the team aspect of the game. You have to like, you know, control 3 different characters. They've all got their special abilities, and for me, it just wasn't for me. Like I say, Team Rose. I only completed it because it was easy with Team Rose. Team QRX was annoying because I had to bloody collect things, which I don't like collecting things in platformers. Team Dark was pretty damn bloody tough actually, and we had Team Sonic, which again was pretty damn tough. And yeah, it's just full of lame deaths going through platforms and stuff, guys. It really wasn't good, and it's one of the first PS2 games I got, you know. So yeah, it's kind of got a place in my heart for that, but it's awful. Just yeah, crap. Anyway, that's that. Another Sonic platformer kind of related game, I guess, is Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the bloody Hedgehog. Oh my god, this was another pretty crap game, to be honest. I did like it actually at the time. Surprisingly, I was blinded by its its crapness, I guess. But yeah, it's Sonic the Hedgehog, but as a different character, as an evil hedgehog, Shadow, with a gun. Yeah, you have guns, guys. You have guns, which is pretty damn interesting, actually. So it's kind of like a dark side, to a Sonic-related game. And you have you can go on like vehicles, cars, and that. And why? There's no need for vehicles, guys. There just isn't. And I just think the game's full. I think the game's full of lame deaths as well, if I remember correctly. And it's got like 10 different endings, which is pretty interesting actually. So you can choose whether you want to be a good guy or a bad guy, or good hedgehog, bad hedgehog, whatever. So yeah, you can have like 10 different endings or something. So I got 2 or 3 different endings, so I can play the game 2 or 3 times. So yeah, I guess it wasn't that bad. But yeah, it's not brilliant. So it's in my top 12 least favourites. So another game that I think a lot of people like as well, but I personally couldn't get into it. I did try, but I couldn't get into it, and that is Canis Kingdom Edit, or I believe it's called in America, Bully. Bully. Yeah, one of the PS2's finest action games. So it's Grand Theft Auto. It's like a toned down version of Grand Theft Auto, set in a school. So you can't go around murdering people and stuff. It's just like bully, basically being a bully kind of thing, I guess. Like I say, I tried to play through it, but it just wasn't for me, I'm afraid. I know a lot of people like it, but off the cover, it's pretty cool. But I just couldn't get into the game personally, so it's in my top 20 least favourite. Next, we have got Primal. I don't know. I just couldn't get into this game. I know Scottish Duck 17 actually likes this game. He actually praises it quite highly, actually. So I was quite surprised to hear that. Because, I just couldn't really get into Primal, I'm afraid. I did like the gargoyle guy that was in your side. I thought he was a pretty cool character. He was quite funny. But the game itself, for me, I just didn't cut the cheese, So, or I cut the mustard. I don't know how the saying goes. And next we have another big disappointment. We have Driver Free, or Drive Free Air. I don't know. Quite like Driver 1. Driver 2 was brilliant. I didn't like Driver 3 though. Driver 3 was crap. Oh, and I liked Driver San Francisco in the PS3. I loved that game. That was really, really cool. But no, for me, this game just didn't cut the mustard. It just felt really, really crappy. I didn't like the way you control the character. I didn't like the way the character moved, which is quite a strange thing to say. This is gonna be the ride of your life. Oh, I think I read that wrong actually. This is going to be the ride of your until now worthless life. That's the only ride you're taking, mate. Yeah, it's not really that good, guys, and yeah, I wouldn't recommend it unless you can get it really, really cheap. It probably is really cheap now. Next, another game that a lot of people probably disagree with. We have Time Splitters. Yeah, Time Splitters. Finally, the game worth buying a PlayStation 2 for. I also that robot in the back. I think it's pretty funny. Yeah. But anyway, let's what was I gonna say? Yeah, the game. I didn't like the game very much, guys. It was pretty. I found it really frustrating. I don't know whether it's me. Maybe I should give it another shot. But for me, I just didn't like the game too much. So yeah, Time Splitters. Oh god, this has got to be one of the worst games I've ever played, probably. And yeah, the PlayStation 2 strategy game of the year. All the games I like seem to get a lot of bloody praise for some unknown reason. But anyway, we have Kessen 2. Oh my god, Kessen 2. Kessen bloody 2. What a crap game. Well, for me anyway, it's a crap game. Right, okay, I didn't think this was going to be a strategy game, right? I remember looking at this in the jar shop. It said more. I didn't actually look at the small text, but apparently more dynamic battles and more dramatic action. I read that bit, but I didn't read the strategy game of the year, so I didn't know it was a strategy game. I thought it was going to be like Dynasty Warriors, And took it home, realised it was strategy, and hated it. Played it about 10 minutes and then just turned it off, and I've never played it since. I hate this kind of game. So yeah, awful, in my opinion. Sorry to anybody that likes these games. Next we have Underworld The Eternal War. I wouldn't necessarily say it was a bad game. It was really short, but as far as a budget title goes, it's not really too bad. You know, it's probably one of the better budget title games I've played, you know, so I've got to get a little bit of praise for that. But, you know, apart from that, it's still not one of the best games out there, and it's in my top 20 least favourite PS2 games. It doesn't deserve to get thrown around, though. I don't think any of these games that are left here deserve to get thrown around. Next we have Vex. Now, Vex, I really did expect to like, because it is the kind of game I like, you know, platformers. But for me, I just didn't really like this game too much. I got a 8 out of 10, you know, an explosive debut apparently. It wasn't explosive for me, I didn't really like it too much. What you had to do is solve puzzles and riddles, so you could progress with the game, collecting hearts with each puzzle and riddle you solved. And yeah, I didn't like it too much, guys, unfortunately. But yeah, maybe I should give it another shot. Maybe I would like it now, but I just didn't like it back in the day, unfortunately. And we have the last game. I wonder what the hell that was. Sonic Heroes. Don't know how that go back there. Anyway, Final Fantasy X2 or Final Fantasy X Part 2. 9 out of 10 apparently. Yeah. Believe it or not, it's quite embarrassing to say this actually. This is actually the only Final Fantasy game I have completed, and it's probably the worst Final Fantasy game actually. I've got Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 12. So yeah, 3 Final Fantasy games, and this one of course. And this is the only game, Final Fantasy game I've completed. The characters are too immature, you know. I mean, Yuna. I love Yuna. Yuna's a fantastic character. I really like Yuna. But in this, I loved her in Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy X. But in this game, she's so immature. It's unreal. So immature, guys. And yeah, I just don't like her. I don't like the characters that much in this game just because they're too immature. And the game itself is pretty mediocre. So, but yeah. Anyway, that's basically all I can say on that. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. Let me know what are some of your least favourite games on PlayStation 2. And if there's any games in here that I've mentioned that are not good and you actually like, again, just let me know. I always listen to people's opinions. I really like listening and hearing other people's opinions on games. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, guys, and I will catch you all in the next video. See you guys. Thanks for watching.